So this isn't, I will say this isn't awful.
No? Win.
It's also not great though.
Yeah, that is good.
Over the last 10 years on trail and all the miles I've hiked, I've eaten a lot of food. I mean, a lot. And mostly crap. I gotta admit, my trail diet has not been the best. In the backcountry, food has always just been fuel to me, with the main focus being high calories for low weight. But over the last couple of years, I've been trying to eat better on trail and actually enjoy food more while I'm out there. So I invited a backcountry chef to come teach me a thing or two about stepping up my food game on the trail. This is Chef Corso, a classically trained chef with over 20 years of culinary experience turned backcountry chef. Melding his two loves of hiking and cooking with a mission to help people get outside, eat well, and share the tasty experience. He's also the host of Outdoor Eats, a TV show, YouTube channel, and a full line of backcountry cookbooks that help hikers like me make better food on the trail. So not only did I invite him to Northern Arizona to teach me more about elevating my trail meals, but to have him taste my typical backpacking cuisine and get out for a night on the trail to hopefully cook up something great.
All right, so before you show me, I guess, how to properly cook on the trail, I want to show you my culinary experience over the last 10 years.
Well, I've watched a few of your videos, so I kind of know where
so you
it is.
understand my experience.
I understand your experience,
With
but
culinary
but I want to
skills.
see and I want to taste what your day on the trails.
All right, so typically through hikers, anybody that's doing a long distance trail, like some of the staples, and I'm sure you probably know this because it transitions into backpackers as well. It's like instant mashed potatoes, ramen, the Nor rice sides, the dreaded Nor rice sides, which I can't eat anymore.
They're dead to you?
Oh my God.
Okay.
The smell of it makes me like want to yak. I kind of got on this kick a handful of years ago, right before I went to go do the PCT in 2018, where I found that like calories for weight, for price, for everything, room and pack, couscous and refried beans.
All right.
Cold soaked goodness. Got some couscous and some beans, some peppers, and some taco seasoning. And I'm gonna throw some tuna in here and call it done.
It would usually be like a half a cup of couscous, which is, I believe, a quarter cup is 200 calories. So 400 calories right from a half cup of couscous.
Trail math checks out there. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
okay. And then I would put in some of these Mexicali Rose instant rehydrated beans or refried beans. And then to spice her up a little bit, it would usually either be one of these Nor pesto sauce mixes.
Okay.
Awesome. Or taco seasoning.
Sure, taco seasoning.
So literally it was either taco couscous and beans or pesto couscous and beans.
Wow.
But I didn't steer out of that.
Literally option A or option B.
Exactly.
Wow. So how did that go for you on day 27?
I kind of eat the same thing for dinner every night anyways, even at home. So I'm pretty easy to please. If I really want to like mix it up, I'll go to a nice restaurant or something like that.
Okay.
But add a little protein to it. I would always obviously use the old hiker staples, right? Tuna or the chicken.
Tuna or chicken.
Now the shocker, and I won't subject you to it, is about 80% of all of the couscous and beans that I ate were made in that jar.
Wow.
So
Congratulations.
no stove, cold soaked. This is the actual jar that I ate all of my couscous out of for 3,000 miles. When I put it all together at home, this is usually what a meal looks like to me.
Sure.
Anybody that's watched my videos for years has seen me pull a lot of these out of my food bag at the end of the day. So you got the couscous in there, you got the beans, and you got a little bit of a fancy seasoning. Fancy seasoning,
Right.
all right? So how I would always do it is take some water, throw it in the pot. About to have a real treat is what I'm saying.
I'm, again, slightly excited.
Slightly
worried.
excited.
I am actually curious to see what the bean and the pesto combo tastes
telling
like.
you, it's good. Boom. Take your, can I see your spoon?
Oh, of
Got
course.
Got a fancy spoon there? I mean, that's killing it. Look at that.
Look at that. It's doing its thing.
You're almost ready to eat right there.
So how's that looking for you? Is that the exact experience that you remember?
She's ready to go. That
I mean,
is a culinary masterpiece, sir.
do I get the first bite or do you want to
Oh yeah,
no. Do you want to minute?
I made this for you.
I need some salt.
Yeah, did I not put enough pesto seasoning in it?
Yeah, it's a little low on salt. I think that pesto doesn't have too much salt.
Yeah.
That's easy to add. It also needs a little bit of acid. The acid is a highlighter for flavor. A little bit of vinegar or squeeze a lemon would be really great. I will say this isn't awful.
No? When?
It's also not great though. But I have a couple options that are very, very packable and really easy to cook up when we're out on the trail.
Okay. Well, that is the extent of my culinary experience on the trail.
Okay.
So learn me something.
Okay.
I'll take this away.
All right, so the table looks a little bit different now.
A little bit, yeah.
So this is
Fancier.
a little fancier. There's a little bit more color, few more textures here, and this is a version of my backpacker pantry.
Okay.
So on our meal plan, we have a lunch for tomorrow.
Okay.
We have actually a couple of dinners. So
Okay.
I'll show you a couple
We're not just
options.
going to eat bars for lunch?
No. We do have a dessert on the menu that isn't just Hershey Kisses or a bar. Yep. These are quite a few ingredients, and we're not just going to put the packages and the boxes in our backpack. I know you subscribe to
Oh,
this.
you got to break it down.
You got to break it down. I have my bag of bags,
Bag of bags?
and I have my bag of bottles.
Bag of bottles.
Okay. Random bottles from juices or old containers. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of special Nalgene bottles. And then these are different stuff sacks from Eagle Creek to Mystery Ranch to Cedar Summit. So let's pack up our pizza grain bowl. That's going to be our first one here.
All right.
So we have our grain mix.
Okay.
All just available at the grocery store. So I have some pepperoni.
Okay.
And I got turkey pepperoni because I know you don't eat beef.
Oh,
Yep. So another thing
good looking out.
Another question to ask for your crew if you're meal planning, are there any dietary restrictions?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to break your back as the meal planner or the camp chef in order to be able to accommodate that. So we're gonna go with a packet of olives.
Yep.
That's just available, don't have to do anything to that. I've got a bell pepper, so already cut that up in a little Ziploc. And we're gonna put a few of our grape tomatoes in there, plus some Baby Bell cheeses, cheese snack.
Got it.
And if we don't use them all, we'll use them for some other snacks.
Sweet.
And then we've got Italian seasoning and some red pepper flakes. Super good. This is an old noon tab container.
Yeah, it's a noon tab. Yeah.
Yep.
I used to eat the crap out of those.
Not good for liquids, but great for spices.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to make a little vinaigrette. We'll do some oil. And then what I actually found is a packet of vinegar. So when you open that up and throw that in there, and guys, this is another great tip for flavor. This is what I call my weasel bag. And what's in here is a whole bunch of packets. So we've got hot sauce and mayo and sugar and soy sauce. So I know all of you guys out there right now have a whole drawer of soy sauce, hoisin, all that kind of stuff.
You say weasel, I say steal.
Yeah.
Steal a bunch of sauce packets.
But the thing is like we don't steal them because they are available. So I'm just gonna add some Italian seasoning to here. And if you want to open up this as garlic powder, and give me like a half teaspoon of garlic powder in there.
teaspoon.
And we aren't measuring, so just eyeball it. I'll tell you when. And do you like a little spice?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Always.
Fantastic. But there we go. We've got a little Italian
Ah,
vinaigrette
that's fancy.
to throw right on our grain bowl.
That's real nice.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy. Super fancy.
All right, so let's find our bag. Maybe this one looks pretty good. Here, you want to help me throw all this stuff in here.
What we got next?
What do we have next? We're going to go for dinner. So we're going to go to your couscous.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Yes.
Couscous.
So we are going to elevate the couscous. So classic Near East that we're going to put into a
Which one
Ziploc
did you
bag.
get?
We've got roasted garlic.
and olive oil.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I've eaten this one a lot.
We're actually not going to use the packet, but we're going to throw in some Indian curry powder.
Okay.
So we're going to put that in a little container.
Speaking my language.
Yep. And then, because I'm talking about texture that I was talking about earlier, some pepitas and some nuts. Also some dried fruit. A little more calories and a little bit of sweetness.
Sweetness.
So we're going to put that all into our Ziploc bag. I know you've done this multiple
Oh my
times.
God, have I done this?
So pepitas. Some nuts.
Just mixed nuts.
Just mixed nuts, whatever your favorite. And then a couple of craisins or dried fruit, currants, apricots
That's
could
fancy.
be pretty good too. Similar to what we were tasting earlier, but I think it's going to have a whole lot more flavor.
Yeah. All right. So protein aside from the nuts, what we got a protein?
Yeah,
one?
good thought. So I have got a tin of sardines. And specifically the Patagonia Provisions ones because they have some great flavor already in them. And there we've got one part of our dinner.
That looks pretty good.
Cool.
Like that. This is very ultralight through hiker friendly right there.
So when you think about what a samosa is, it's a pastry filled with instant mashed potatoes and some vegetables, plus some seasoning.
Spices, okay.
So I hacked that recipe into a backpacker meal. Super, super good. So you want to take 4 to 6 croissants, put those in a Ziploc, and then I also have some garam masala spice mix, which is going to be good to throw in there as well for some more flavor. And then we're going to add our snow peas, which don't have to do any more packing. Use that for our meal, and then can also be really good snacks. Don't weigh down your pack too much.
Yeah, sweet.
So I think that
was an easy one.
That's an easy one. And so for our dessert, we have got a caramelized banana Nilla wafer bowl.
Okay.
4 or 5 ingredients, 2 regular bananas. You can use dry banana chips if you want. And probably get about half of that into a Ziploc bag. And then what I have in my weasel bag all ready for us for tomorrow night is some sugar packets. You can pack a little Ziploc of brown sugar as well.
Yep. Sure. Do you want me to bring any of my couscous and beans for tomorrow?
I'm pretty sure.
This will be enough?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be enough.
Yep. Making sure.
Yep. So that doesn't look too bad as far as being too bulky.
No, not too shabby.
Just a few minutes, especially if you have a buddy, can pack it up pretty darn quick.
Yeah.
But I also use the recipes that we have in the cookbooks for a final checklist. Just to, okay, we've got the oil, got the salt, got that all in there. And again, segmenting them and organizing them by day or meal is super, super helpful.
Cool. All right. I guess next stop is the trail.
Let's do it.
All right.
On the old Arizona Trail.
Ready for some lunch?
Well, I'm jacked that we're not even hiking yet and we're already eating.
Totally.
So this is like the car's right there.
Well, and one positive with this too is we don't have to carry any of this in.
Okay.
Right? And so we packed up our whole meal plan for this trip. I'm excited to cook with you and explore this area. All right, so we're gonna make our grain bowl lunch. So we have 1 package of the pre-cooked rice mixes.
Yep.
Okay. Throw that right in there.
Drop that.
We've got some classic pizza ingredients. So I've got some pepperoni. Put maybe like half of that in there.
All right.
And then I have some packable olives. So also have some little Baby Bell's cheese snacks.
Nice.
So give me maybe 2 or 3 of those and unwrap
Man,
those.
I haven't eaten these probably since the Appalachian Trail in 2015.
Wow.
I know,
So this
right?
is a reminiscing
This
for
is
you.
like stepping way back. You ever chew on the wax? Like gum?
No.
Okay.
And then we've got some bell pepper. So we've got all of our veggies and our meats in there.
All right.
And the last thing we're doing is going to add our vinaigrette that we made
Yeah.
before.
The fancy vinaigrette.
Fancy vinaigrette. So add that all in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then we're going to zip it up and
Shake it.
give it a whole big old shake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, we've let it marinate for 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And it should be ready to go and bowled it up. Here you
Yeah.
go. We're actually
Fancy bowl, too.
eating out of bowls.
Fancy bowl.
And cheers.
Cheers, man.
Happy lunch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
They're pretty good.
You know?
The vinaigrette's really good. You know, like I said, I could see prepping this at home
Absolutely.
and carrying it out on the trail with me. I mean, that's all you got, right? Just a Ziploc bag.
Totally.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
That was a great start.
All right, so now that we are done eating, I guess it's time we actually start hiking. Out here on the beautiful Arizona Trail, just off of Aspen Corner, right around the San Francisco Peaks and Mount Humphreys, which is, or I guess Humphreys Peak, which is the tallest peak in Arizona, just under 13,000. So we got a little bit of snow, but it should be good. It's not too shabby and it's kind of melting off fast. We'll probably have to deal with mud more than anything else if I had to take a guess. And this is your first time on the Arizona Trail, isn't it?
It is, and it is quite pretty. And yeah, a little bit more snow than I was expecting, but not bad.
Yeah, it's that's how we do it up here in Flagstaff. It's
sure.
it's a surprise. It's like I'm in desert. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, so I don't know. We got about 4 or 5 miles until we get to where we're going to stop for the night, which is a spot called Bismarck Lake. I've camped there a bunch. What's going to make it a really good spot is it's not too far to actually get in early enough to actually cook some of this food and try out all these tasty recipes. So onward.
Well, we made it to camp, but it is crazy windy. We got like wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour. So we went ahead and set up our tents just to get a little bit of shelter from the wind. The wind is amazing for testing a tent, but maybe not so great for fixing a nice meal out here on the trail. So we're hoping it lets up. But at least we got an awesome camp spot up here at Bismarck Lake, an amazing view of the peaks. So here's hoping the wind actually dies down in the next couple of hours. It's time to eat more, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
And prepare these tasty things that we prepped back at the studio. So what are we doing?
So on the menu for tonight, we actually have a 2-course, potentially a 3-course dinner here today with some dessert.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to boil some water. All right, love it. Nice little takeout container. And then also we need to open up the tin of sardines and put it in there as well.
This is one that I'm a little apprehensive of because I'm not a big sardine person.
Okay.
So I'm hoping this changes my mind on sardines.
I did test this recipe in these sardines previously,
They're good.
and they're very good. They've got a little bit less fishy flavor, and when you mix them with some other stuff, it can give you some very nice protein on the trail.
Are we chunking up the sardines?
Yeah, let's just chunk it up.
Cool.
This is Indian night on the trail.
I'm excited about it. Indian's like my favorite cuisine. So
This recipe is great because it takes just a few minutes to boil up the water, and then all you need to do is hydrate up your couscous, and you'll be ready.
sweet.
So while that is hydrating, we are going to get going on our second recipe, the samosa bowl. So if you can help me and break those up.
Breaking them up?
Yeah, break them up, and we're to put them right in our pot. And I have a little bit of a little vial of oil because I want to fry those up.
Smells like France. Croissant. Not a croissant, it's a croissant.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, those went quick.
Yep.
Jeez.
Want to hold that for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those went quick.
Uh-huh. Add a little bit of garam masala seasoning.
All right.
Don't have to, but we are layering on the flavor
Yeah.
for our Indian night.
Mixing her up.
And again, that smells great.
Oh yeah, that instantly smells like a samosa actually.
Yeah, just slice those up for me, please. And this is what I love about cooking outdoors. It's a way to share the experience, share the prep time. So if you think like, oh no, there's no time for a good meal at camp, is share the load as far as prep. And then we're gonna add our fried croissants to the top of it, or to the mix it up. So it's basically a deconstructed samosa.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all right.
That is pretty tasty with the garam masala seasoning and the Indian curry powder. So we do have another dish.
Right.
Let's check in on our couscous.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Is that better than your other couscous dishes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sardines, how they tasted?
That's kind of what I was trying to focus on. I just got a big chunk of sardines, so I was trying to focus on that flavor.
We've got one other thing we could add to this that maybe will take it up to a place that you're going to love it. One thing that I would do right off the bat is add some texture.
Right.
And that can be easy.
Chips.
Chips. So I did some research. I watched a lot of your videos, and I know that you love adding crunched chips to your dishes.
Especially jalapeno kettle chips.
Tim's jalapeno, one of the best chips of all time. It's frankly my number one chip.
Number one.
Yes.
Whoa.
I know.
I don't even think I could tell you a number one chip.
Oh, yes. It's totally my number one chip. Tim's is added.
Sponsored by Tim's.
Sponsored by a chip company in the Great Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
I've never had this combination before. This is pretty good.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. There's like the sweetness of the fruit. There's the fishiness.
This is a very, very complex meal, inside or
This
outside.
is a very complex meal.
Yeah. When was the last time you said your trail meal was complex?
Might be a first.
All right, let's get rolling on our dessert. If you could help me out and open up our maybe 2 or 3 sugar packets and 2 honey packets in there.
I'm just dumping it right in.
Yes, sir. Caramelized.
It's actually doing a thing.
It's actually doing a thing. It's actually cooking in there. Add our bananas. I just want to cook them about halfway. And if you could get ready with our vanilla wafers.
A little special treat.
He didn't tell me he was bringing it.
Some tasty whiskey.
Love it. Just like half shot. Perfect. Love it. Turn our heat down.
rye.
Oh, little rye, you are a champion.
High West rye.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Right.
Okay, so I want it to be a little bit wet because our vanilla wafers are going to soak up maybe, a good handful to start.
Yeah. Looking pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, let's dig in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
That's real nice. Again, nice and warm on a chilly night. That whiskey, thank you. That was a great addition.
Pretty tasty.
After we ate, the rest of the night continued to be crazy windy, and the next morning was no different. So we had coffee in my tent out of the wind, packed up our gear, and got the hell out of there. The food we had on this trip was amazing. A nice change of pace from what I typically eat, and it definitely added to the backcountry experience. So going forward, will I put this much effort into prepping and cooking my meals while backpacking? To be honest, probably not. At least not all the time, but on smaller trips with friends, yeah, I'll definitely try to step up my on-trail culinary game. And if I got anything from this experience, it's that couscous can actually be amazing on trail, and I don't think I'll ever be able to go back to eating it the same way again.